Hi there, Emmanuel here, and today we're going to be talking about IM Academy pyramid scheme. Yes, and whether the IM Academy is a pyramid scheme, is it legit, or is it actually a scam? Do you know? Now, this came to mind. Firstly, I'm going to be, completely transparent. I am actually in the IM Academy, yeah. But when I went to do a search for it, all of this stuff came up. Pyramid scheme, scam, blah, 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 all this sort of stuff. So I thought it's only fair. Let me go and really do a proper investigation into it, Because a lot of people say that the IM Academy is a pyramid scheme. Yeah. And what, in essence, what a pyramid scheme is. But let's just explain that. A pyramid scheme is usually when you have this kind of recruitment plan, yeah, where one person recruits two other people, and then those two people recruit other people, and it kind of goes down into kind of like a pyramid like that. And you only make money by the recruiting of other people. So there isn't really a product. You're just making money by recruiting someone else. And then those people make money by recruiting someone else. But eventually you run out of people to recruit and the whole thing falls down. Yeah. Now that's the definition more or less of a pyramid scheme. When you now talk about MLMs and pyramid schemes are practically the same thing. And a lot of trading companies, what they've done to not be classed as a pyramid scheme, they put products. Because if you have a product, you can't be classed as a pyramid scheme. Because the pyramid scheme, you're not really selling the product. You're just selling the opportunity to make money by recruiting others. Yeah, there's no real product. It's just like make money by recruiting two people, and you recruit two and they recruit two and you make tons of money. But when you add a product now, it can't be called a pyramid scheme, and now it has the definition of an MLM. Right. Now, just because there's a product, but very, very similar. A lot of these type of trading companies, they put a crappy product in, and now they can't have the definition of a pyramid scheme, but the product's so crap, and really why they're bringing you in is to recruit other people. Now, so I came to look at the IM Academy. I mean, I'm in it, like I said, and I thought, is that the case with the IM Academy? And I definitely don't agree with that. I don't believe that the IM Academy is a pyramid scheme. And I know for a fact I'm going to get bashed if anyone listens to this video, because there's people that are so negative to the IM Academy, says it's a pyramid scheme, it's a scam, it's a cult, you name it, they're saying it, and you can never win that argument, because they say they don't teach you what they say they do with the Forex trading and all this sort of stuff. Now, I know where the reputation came from, because in the beginning, it used to be called something else. It was IML Live, and then they changed it to something else. So it has had a bad reputation in the past. I will concede to that. It has. But like with anything, they've tidied themselves up. They've been going for 5 years. Very rarely can you have a pyramid scheme that runs for 5 years. It runs out like a pyramid scheme, like we were saying. You recruit someone. Eventually, the whole thing falls apart, especially if you're not giving any value. They've also tidied it up in that back in the day, people used to come out and make these sort of claims like, well, in 3 months' time, I retired from my job, and now I'm making thousands, and here's my Lamborghini, and here's my boat, and all this sort of stuff. So they sold you more on that than the fact that if you're joining this to learn Forex or crypto or something like that, that there's a learning curve to it. Do you know what I mean? And I think now that they've tidied their act up. I mean, I don't believe a pyramid scheme can last for 5 years without falling down. To his credit, the owner, Chris Terry, he actually does look a little bit like a used car salesman sort of thing. So you think, oh, but to his credit, he tidied it up. He said, you can't come out with none of this sort of stuff about income claims. You can't be showing Lamborghinis and stuff like that. You got to talk about the truth of trading. And the truth of trading is that 97% of people do not succeed in trading. Whatever company you're trading with, that's the statistics. 3% succeed, and the 3% that do succeed is because they worked on their mindset. And why I like this IM Academy is that they also look at the mindset section of this as well. They actually brought people in like Bob Proctor, and the pyramid scheme people that you're going to listen to are going to say, well, it's all brainwashing. You can never win, because they say, like, work on your mindset. And if something's not working for you, well, it's your fault because your mindset isn't correct. But let's be honest, there's a lot of people who are just so fixed on where they are now that, oh, you're here talking to me about mindset. I make $9 an hour and I can barely feed my children. How dare you sit here and talk to me about mindset? But there are other people in that exact same situation, but they weren't so focused on where they were now. They were more focused on where they were going. And that is the mindset. They've changed their mindset to get to that. So mindset must have something to do with it. I mean, teaching Forex trading, like I said, 97% of people fail because I could teach you in 10 minutes the sort of patterns and things you should look for on a chart, but that doesn't mean you're going to be successful unless you work on this, on your mindset. And that's another thing that they do in the IM Academy. Yeah, they look at that sort of stuff, and the break-off groups, like one of our group is called the Abundance Trade House, focus on things like that as well as a killer strategy, you know. So I just want to show you some more stuff. This is the IM Academy here. Look, this sort of thing, the amount of sort of stuff they give you here. So here we were talking about Bob Proctor. He has like a regular every Thursday. They also have videos from trainers. So that shows you strategies, shows you things that they look for on the charts and how they train. And these are all people that are actually making money and are also talking to you about how they think. And, you know, it's not just about the charts and the making of the money. It's all about what's between your ears, you know, and whether you believe that or not, that is the part. That's the difference. You know, look at all these people here. They all come on. They all got videos. Also, they have other tools. One of the tools we use is something called a harmonic scanner, which gives you the actual trades that we look at and you can look at how they're setting up and things like that. It's like an online diary almost, you know, and that's like I said earlier, you wouldn't last this long. You wouldn't last 5 years in the game if you were pumping crap out there and you were just telling people the only way you make money is by recruiting others. You can make money by recruiting others. That's, you know, it's definitely one of the ways you can make money from this. But you can also forget about recruiting if it's not for you and just learn how to trade if that's for you. One of the reasons I'm afforded the luxury of being out there to try and recruit others, because I am trying to recruit others as well, I'm going to be completely transparent, is that I don't have to sit on charts all day long. You know, some of the strategies that I paid $15,000 for that taught you to sit and scalp and all day long sitting on a chart watching pips and stuff like that. The strategies that I've been taught in the team that we trade with have given me that freedom to be able to do things like this, to be able to recruit others, to be able to help others in their journey. I mean, I'm not sitting here and going to say to you, you're going to be a millionaire, especially if you don't know how to follow the instructions and work on your mind. But if I said to you, okay, you can make an extra $300 or $400 learning how to trade a couple of strategies, wouldn't you take that? Most would. Most aren't looking for these big massive jumps and these big massive moves, do you know? So, and the last thing I'm going to say, in the group that I'm personally with, because of all this sort of stuff, because of all the negativity that you're going to get out there, and I'll be honest with you, I went and done some research before I done this video, and I done some research on IM Academy pyramid scheme, and it just put me in such a negative mind. I felt so down, how just bashing. These people are almost trying to keep you in a negative space. Do you know what I mean? Even if you didn't make money on the charts, that headspace is not great for you. Do you know, this is what I personally believe. But one of the reasons that we now give you a completely free week to come and have a look at what we do, because of this sort of stuff, because of people talking about scams and pyramid schemes and all that sort of thing. So come and have a look for free. We open the doors and show you exactly what we do as a team. Yeah, you come and have a look. You come and see if it's for you. And if it gives you no value, then no, I wouldn't even want to take any money off you, because why would I want to do that? Do you know? And that's another thing. Which pyramid scheme do you know out there is saying to you, come and have a look at something for free for a whole week, every single day, watching what we do, watching the trades that we talk about, watching the areas that we look for on charts, watching the patterns that we trade for a whole week. No money, nothing. Come and join us on Facebook and come and have a look for yourself. So if that's something you think might be of value to you, I'm going to leave a link below this. All you need to do is just click on that link and it will take you over to another page. Once you've opted in, you know, you'll get details of the Facebook group, and it starts on Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it goes on every single day. So you can just be there with the leaders. You can ask questions. You can look at the certain areas. And if it's for you, you continue. If it's not for you, nothing lost. We will go our separate ways as friends. So in my personal opinion, I don't believe that I Am Academy is a pyramid scheme or a scam, and so that's just my opinion on it from being on the inside. I'm just telling you exactly what I've gone through. It's really helped me with my trading. It's really helped me with getting consistency with my trading. So that's just my own opinion. I don't believe that they're out there just trying to brainwash you and trying to get you to like follow them as a cult. That's my own opinion. So anyway, like I said, if you're interested in coming to join us for the week and coming to trade with us and see the kind of patterns and everything that we trade, I'll leave a link below this. But either way, I hope you got some value from this. If you did, please take a second, just give it a thumbs up. Also share it with anyone else you think might get some value from it as well. If you have any questions, any comments at all, please don't hesitate. Leave it in the comments box below. And I'm ready for the bash in as well. Alright, till next time, you take care. Speak soon. All the best.